What's up, sexy bitches? So, in the first part of the video that you guys are about to see, I went on a little rant about Suboxone. Um, I talked about kratom dependency, and I believe that I got the dependency from already being dependent on Suboxone and switching to that, but it's nowhere near as bad as any opiate withdrawal. And I just want to make sure that you guys know that, and I don't want anyone to take the wrong idea about kratom and from my video, because it's wonderful. It's a wonderful plant, and if I could tell anybody to make the switch from their opiate to kratom, I would, and that's what I'm trying to do here. But I just went on a little bit of a rant about Suboxone. I hope I don't offend anybody. It is a great drug for people who take their sobriety seriously, but and if they're tapering off of it, then it can be a wonderful drug for you. But for me, it was a nightmare. So here is my little video, my little rant, you guys. Hey, so I want to say this. I don't know why people don't talk about that. At least to my knowledge, I haven't seen many people talk about this. But I just want to be honest with everybody. Maybe there's a reason for people not saying it, but I have developed a physical dependency to kratom. And it's not anywhere near as bad as standard opiate withdrawal, but you do get minor chills, just kind of like a little flu. It's not as bad as Suboxone or Oxy or hydrocodone withdrawal. To me, they were all the fucking same. Some of the Suboxone was worse than, in my opinion. Then again, I was kind of misusing Suboxone, but I think it goes the same for everybody. Well, not technically, because everyone's different, but, sorry, I have something in my eye. So Suboxone was by far the worst, but it did give me the most confidence because I was over this dependency bullshit, and it's not even that. I was just over feeling like a zombie every day. I was done just being depressed. I was so depressed on Suboxone. And I think that's why I'm not depressed now. It's probably why I'm not depressed now, but I was so depressed on Suboxone. Because it stripped me from my natural being, my natural feelings that human beings are supposed to have. And yeah, but being on kratom makes me very happy. Even being on hydrocodone and oxycodone, I was somewhat depressed as well, but not. I heard that Suboxone acts as an antidepressant, but if you take it under certain dosages, it is. But for me, it was a nightmare. I was never happy. The only emotion I ever experienced was not technically happy, not really sadness, but just pure anger. I would flip out, and sometimes, it was crazy, you guys. A couple times I've even pulled a knife out on my family, and it's just intense. Just to threaten them with it, not to actually fucking stab somebody, because I'm not that much of a badass. But yeah, it was very intense, and the withdrawal was. It was like a fucking demon, and I always thought this about withdrawal. I always thought it was like a demon crying out for this drug that, you took away from it in your body, and it's just hungry for it, and, you get crazy cravings and whatever. This is not what that's like. This is not like Suboxone. Like I said, not like a standard opiate withdrawal. Technically, Suboxone's not an opiate, but it might as well be. Because it does act on opiate receptors. Some people say it's a godsend and it's a miracle drug, but fuck that, you guys. Come on. Are you serious? I know people will disagree with me, but after withdrawing from Suboxone and going through hell and what it's done to me in my life, I mean, I take total responsibility, but this drug for me was not a miracle drug. It was a demon drug that it wants you to stay. Doctors want you to be on it. Doctors won't fucking taper you off. When they do taper you off, they laugh in your face about how you'll relapse and you won't get off of this shit for the rest of your life. It fucks with your brain. It rewires your brain. It makes you into a completely different person. I believe that from the bottom of my heart. Suboxone is the most... Suboxone and methadone. It's, they call methadone liquid handcuffs, and I believe the same thing for Suboxone. Even though it's not in liquid form, it's just handcuffs, you guys. It's purgatory. Most people don't move forward because they're still in active addiction, and there's something that active addiction does to you that makes you a piece of shit and lazy. Well, this doesn't go for everybody. The people who take their recovery seriously and they go to AA meetings, NA meetings, whatever. I'm sure it has better results for you, but I tried going to meetings as well, and I just had no motivation, nothing, no drive to go to do any of this because I was still in active addiction, and I believe that Suboxone is not sobriety, okay? You're fooling yourself if you think it is. I'm sorry. And good for the people who are weaning down off of this shit. Anyone who's tapering from Suboxone, good for you. But people who are not, they want to be on it for the rest of their life, what the fuck? That's not what Suboxone was made for. Well, actually, I don't know. I think they made Suboxone so you're on it for the rest of your life, or they didn't have enough studies done when, they put the drug on the market, because your withdrawal process is gnarly, okay? But for me, it's been a miracle getting off of this drug, okay? If that's what they meant by miracle, then yeah, it is a miracle getting off of it. So, and in a sense, it scared me off of opiates completely. Fuck that shit, you guys. What the fuck? I'm pretty pissed. And any drug rep, there was a ex-drug rep who came into my work, and, I've known him for like 3 years now, and I told him, he's like, why were you gone for work for so long? And I told him because I didn't want to be, I got fired, it was kind of a mix between fired and didn't want to come back. I wanted to take a break and come off of my medication. He's like, well, what medication were you on? And I said Suboxone, and he started tearing up, and, it's sad. Like, when a ex-drug rep knows that is, just another form of handcuffs and another form of not being free anymore, then yeah, it's bad.